just want to like talk about the true importance of showing up and what showing up really means. So, I mean, we live in a day and age of grand ideas and the free flow of information. So there's a lot of chit chat. There's a lot of riffraff that is intelligent about really doing things to change our world, to change our communities, to uplift our people. And while that's all nice, I feel like it's a recycled, repetitive addiction that people have. Um, in a way, it's like a form of entertainment, like all addictions. It's a getaway, it's an escape because you can talk about real stuff, but not necessarily have to put out real energy to address real stuff. It's almost like when people talk about building the community and doing things that are enlightened or conscious, it's like they're hoping that somebody that's following them will actually do the work while they're telling them what to do. It's like borderline bad pastoring at a church that really doesn't care about souls, and so just really thinking about what showing up actually means. Getting your hands dirty as a farmer, it doesn't get much dirtier than this, which is dope because it's actually a natural thing. I do a lot of earthing, grounding. My hands always are touching the ground, my feet are always touching the ground. I'm always interacting with just plants, fresh air, giving them my air as an exchange, sustainable exchange. I'm always learning new things, insights from the natural classroom called nature. And I'm always able to share that and learn that alongside the children that are literally from my neighborhood, from my family, or from my friend's family in my neighborhood, as well as children that I don't even know, children that are not even African descent. And it's always been pretty much the same when you're dealing with the youth. It's like you show up as yourself, no matter who you are. Like, your profession doesn't really matter. Your lifestyle, who you are as a person. When you show up as yourself, the youth will gravitate no matter where they're from, no matter where you're from. They gravitate to that realness because that realness reminds them of themselves because they haven't been forced into a world where they have to pretend just to make a living and to get ahead, quote unquote. So just thinking about really showing up and being that example. I know that I am a role model for everyone I come in contact with, but especially the youth, and especially the youth that I deal with, because they see me. I was literally them 20, 15 years ago, like literally 10 years ago, 5 years ago, depending on the age that I'm dealing with, and they see that I'm no different than them. I come from what they come from. I know all the culture that they know. I am immersed in it. I am a part of it. Yet I am able to do what I'm doing as far as showing up and building for my community. And literally, the energy that I exude is like, it's amazing because we come from some real stuff. Like, literally, we come from real stuff growing up in our communities, because our communities have been targeted since the beginning of the creation of this country, and even before that, when they were thinking about creating this country and colonizing the world. We were put into systems that literally destroyed our sense of community, our sense of love for each other, our sense of pride for ourselves, our knowledge of who we are, and everything in between. And I know there are a lot of people who like to push oh, let's go back, but we can't. We have to heal first. And healing requires a whole lot of innovative ways in 2019, where I'm literally talking to you on a walking machine that walks around with me, but it can do just about anything, called these smartphones. So just thinking about really showing up and what that means and why it's relevant. If none of my kids ever become farmers, they know how to grow their own food. Whether it's in Windowsill in college, whether they're on the streets, literally with no place to go, they can literally grow food, and in a month they'll be good. They can at least eat and be straight, So just really thinking about showing up and what that means, and being a role model that's not the standard, athlete, the standard preacher, the standard entertainer. Just really using those skills, if you are that, to really show up, because showing up is beyond a skill set. Showing up is showing yourself and showing it real and letting the kids know that they can do whatever they want to do. Just keep it real and have a pure heart when you do it, and everything will be fine.